Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Azhia, and today I am doing a mid-year reading recap. So I'm going to go over all the books that I have read so far in the year of 2026. I've only read 11 books this year. I started the year out being in a really bad reading slump, so 11 books so far for me as a slow reader is still pretty good. So let's go over them all. We're going to start in order from what I liked the least to my favorites. So let's get started. Coming in at number 11 is In an Unlikely Event by Rebecca Yarros. This book was published August 1st in 2023. It follows Izzy Astor and Nate Phelan, who form an intense bond after a plane crashes into the Missouri River. After the plane crash, Nate is actually going into the military. So they have a really rocky relationship, and this book just did not do it for me. I was close to not finishing it, but I went ahead and finished it, but I had a hard time getting through it. So that's why it's in my number 11 spot. I rated this book 3 stars. Coming in at number 10, Exception to the Rule. Now this book is only 101 pages, so this really helped get me out of my reading slump. It's a romance. It's between a boy and a girl who start an annual Valentine's Day email exchange. So they always email each other on Valentine's Day after accidentally emailing each other in the first place. And I thought that them finally meeting accidentally, I thought it was just the cutest thing. I loved how they came to meet each other and how their relationship formed over the years. I thought this book was just so cute, and it's really fun if you just need a short book to help you with your reading goal or get you out of a reading slump. And coming in at number 9 is a psychological thriller. This book is pretty popular in the book talk reading community, and it's written by a former psychologist and childhood trauma researcher, and it shows. Her name is Lucinda Berry, and this book is The Perfect Child. I just recently talked about this in my last video, so I'm not going to go too much into it, but it was just really a slow start for me, and then certain parts of the book kind of were just uncomfortable, but overall the writing was good. I think if you like psychological thriller, it's worth the read, but unfortunately this comes at a number 9 for me, and I rated this book 3.5 stars. And coming in at number 8 is The Last Man on Earth. This book was written by Shae Sanders. I actually started reading this book on a plane on my way back home from visiting family. It was published on October 17th, 2025. It's about an airline worker and a famous rapper who gets stranded on an island after a plane crashes on a deserted island. After starting this on a plane myself, I just couldn't stop reading it. I thought that it was really interesting. I usually don't like books with a lot of smut, so I think that's why it's kind of lower on the list, but I did enjoy reading this one, and I rated it 3.75 stars. Coming in at number 7 is Dear Debbie by Freida McFadden. This book came out in January of this year, 2026, and it felt like a crazy episode of Desperate Housewives. I just love this book. I ate it up. I read it very quick. I love a good Freida McFadden book, and this one did not disappoint. I rated it 3.75. Coming in at number 6 is The Correspondent by Virginia Evans. Now, this book is written completely through letters, email exchanges, postcards. It follows a 72-year-old woman, and it, unravels a lot of different things in her life. And really, the story itself is absolutely beautiful. I was telling my sister after I read this book what it was about, and I honestly started tearing up. The story itself is beautiful, but I think I got a little lost in all of the letters. I was yearning for just a regular storyline. I did really like this book, and I rated it 3.75. I really recommend it. It's different, and it's worth seeing if it's something that you like. Coming in at number 5 is My Husband's Wife. Came out this year, 2026, and it's a psychological thriller. I really enjoyed this book from start to finish. I could not put it down. I was reading it everywhere. I think it's my favorite thriller that I have read this year. It's about a woman who goes out on a normal jog. When she gets home, another woman answers the door and claims to be her, and it goes down a crazy rabbit hole, twist after twist after twist. I love this book. I rated it 4 4.5, and that's high for me for a thriller. Some people say it's too many a twist, and I get that, but it's worth the read. And number 4 is The Weight of Blood. This book is by Tiffany D. Jackson, and she is an amazing author when it comes to thrillers. This book is like reimagining Stephen King's Carrie. If you know Carrie, you know the bucket of blood. It's written through the lens of modern day American racism with a little sprinkle of magic. I loved this book. It literally felt like a movie in my ears. I cannot recommend it enough. And I rated this one 4.75 stars. Number 3, my favorite romance of the year. I haven't been reading a lot of romance actually this year, but it is The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez. Now this book is an emotional romance about a split decision that creates an impossible love triangle, and based on like a best friend's girlfriend type of thing. It was just written so beautifully. I loved this book, and you can't help but really root for the main character. I rated this book 5 stars. My top 3 are all 5 stars. I really loved this book. I love Abby Jimenez, but this book was really one of my favorites by her. 1 and 2, it was really hard for me to choose which one I like better, so I'm just gonna put them together. They're both by Kristin Hannah, and if you know me, I love Kristin Hannah. So I will start by talking about The Night Rose. It's an emotional novel that was published in 2011. It explores the devastating consequences based on a single tragic accident that disrupts a tight-knit family, and it's just the most emotional book I think I have ever read, honestly. I rated it 5 stars. I think it's definitely worth it. Lastly, I'm going to talk about another book by Kristin Hannah, The Women. This one is a historical fiction. It follows Frankie McGrath, who is a young army nurse who is serving in the Vietnam War, and it follows her journey in the war and out of the war when she gets out and how it changes her life. And it's just written so well. I love all of Kristin Hannah's historical fictions because it really teaches you about the events that happen, you know, the history of this happened. Like the Vietnam War, I wouldn't have known as much as I do now about it if I didn't read this book. And it's just written so well, depicting a woman's struggles that she goes through after serving the war. I really think that you should read this one. It's really good. And that wraps up my mid-year reading recap. Let me know if you read any of these books and what you thought about them. I would love to know, and I'll see you guys in the next one.